Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Caitlin if you are new. I'm here today with Wesley's mom, Rita, and Wesley's sister, Lex. And today we are just gonna get ready in the woods. We are at a lovely, peaceful cabin enjoying our weekend, and we have all kinds of stuff spread out. We are gonna go over a lot of makeup basics for you guys today, so we hope you enjoy. And yeah, we're gonna get on into it. Before we get too far into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So you don't have to do all the steps I do if you don't want to.
Okay.
But I'm going to do what I normally do. So I normally start with a primer, which it's like makes a barrier between your regular skin and all the crud you're putting on top of it so that it doesn't, you know, age you or like soak in your skin and for me, like make me break out and stuff like that.
Okay.
So you don't have to do that, but you can.
And then I have the, do you ever use the pore minimizers?
Yes.
Because I feel like we have
use
to
those. Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I brought, so here's, I got a couple different primers. I bought some that are a little more moisturizing, especially for me. Like, the older we get, the more fine lines we have.
Yeah,
Stuff
I
gets
got lots
dry.
of fine.
So, I like the moisturizing stuff. This is a blush palette, but I'm just going to give it to you so you have a mirror, nice big mirror that you can see yourself and what you're doing when you
that's
doing this stuff. So you can take that one, you can take this one. This one has some skincare benefits in it. That one smells like cucumber. Yeah.
So do
Use whatever you want. Yep, just like a little pump, and then you just kind of rub it all over your face. It helps too if there's anything that's like just dry or whatever. It like smooths it out so you're having a smooth canvas.
Do you ever do like your putty primer? I've seen you use this one before.
Yes.
Would you do that before or after a full face primer?
After.
Okay.
That's what me personally, but I mean,
That's what I.
there's not really any rules or right or wrong. A lot of stuff is personal preference or like.
Yeah.
None of us probably have to be the exact same skin type, so
right.
It just depends. Alright, so, well, it's okay. I was just waiting for you. So,
okay.
This is foundation. So, basically, this just evens out, your skin tone. And this is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Foundation. So, I just put a little pump on the back of your hand. And then you can take the sponge, and you don't, like, fully coat it. You just, like, put a little bit and dab, and that way you can spread as much or little as you want all over your face. And you can just dab it in.
Not drag, dab.
So you like pat. Yep.
She looks like Aunt Gladys so much from the side. Oh my God.
Who, me?
Oh yes.
Well, she's gonna look like her daughter when she's done.
Yeah.
Thing.
There's different levels. Some of these they have more like almost like a sunscreen where it's like sheer, and then they have others that are like super cakey, thick on. This one's kind of somewhere in the middle. It's gonna give you enough that it looks like makeup, but it's not gonna be a baked on layer cake either.
And that's all you're doing is dabbing until it gets in.
Yeah,
right?
and it just kind of disappears, but you know, like I said, you don't want to be able to see it, but at the same time, the point is to like cover up any redness or like veins in your eyes or your nose or any of the areas that
right there. Yeah.
You just want it to look like skin instead of redness. Evens out your skin tone. That's pretty good shade for you. That's what I was worried about. I didn't know. I was trying to think of like
how white.
Really not that lighter, darker compared to me.
So Caitlin was telling me that if you get your sponge wet when you do this, it doesn't soak up as much product.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Great idea. It's a great idea.
And I mean, when these things are like $40 a bottle.
Yeah, just so you don't go through it as fast.
Absolutely.
How often do you wash your sponges, Caitlin? Like, how often do you think you should? Or do you just
I've heard people say once a week, but I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
that's just in what world are we doing it once a week? So probably, realistically, once a month.
And do you wash them, or do you just get new ones?
I wash them. Sometimes I use this little spray. It's just like a brush and sponge cleanser. It's got like a little spray on it that'll spray it and kind of like wash it out underneath the sink, and it suds up. I also have like a rubberized mat for brushes that it's textured, so you can rub the brush on the texture.
It looks natural.
Can you see the makeup?
No, but that's, you're not, see,
You're not
it's supposed to
see
be
it.
like you, but better.
Yeah.
It's just supposed to, you know, it neutralizes everything, but it's not like, oh, she put on a lot of makeup to cover that, you know, it's just.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's not really a specific order either. Some people like to do their eye makeup first, some people like to do their face makeup first. It doesn't really matter.
I feel like doing eye makeup first is hard. And then going back and
Yes.
doing your foundation.
I think the reason a lot of people like to do eye makeup first, if they do, is because depending on, like, let's say we're using this side, which I haven't used yet, but if there's like super bright colors, if any of the powder falls down underneath,
Yeah.
then, and you try to wipe it away, then it smears.
Yeah.
So if you already did your foundation, you've just like ruined it and have to go back and redo it again.
Right.
So I think that's why some people, depending on what colors, do that, but it doesn't matter. I usually do my eyebrows next. I don't know
Yeah,
how much
mine-
you have to do. So
mine
here's a little,
looks,
I give you a little micro one. So it's a really super fine tip. So one side is a little spoolie, and that's where you can kind of like brush up your
Brush
brow
up
hairs
your-
first,
Brush
because
the
you don't
brow.
want to put too much of it in. You only want to use as much as you need. So if you brush it up, it kind of shows you where's the sparse areas that you're gonna fill in then. And this is just like I mean, we're doing everything right now. You could seriously make like a separate video on probably each of these separate steps if you really wanted to get that into detail with every single step.
Absolutely.
There's nothing on this though. It's just
Right. The other side is where there's stuff on it that you can add to it.
Okay.
And then that's a really fine tip that it's got brown. So anywhere that you think it looks like naked or bald within your eyebrow,
Yeah.
you can draw little feathered strokes that look like eyebrow hairs, and it just makes them look a little thicker.
Maybe take a little bit more time. Like you're making each little individual eyebrow too.
Yeah. You might have to play with the angle and the pressure that you use. Some pencils are a little creamier than others, so some you have to push a little harder, some you have to be really light-handed.
I feel like eyebrows are the hardest for me. Just because I have
Yeah.
like such thin ones.
I change them all the time too, because I know it, like as trends change, sometimes people want more like natural, wispy, feathery looking ones.
Mine don't look as dark as yours.
She has more eyebrows to begin with.
That's true.
I always set the line first, so then I know how to paint inside the lines.
I'm not gonna do too many on you because this color is a little more brown than yours. Yours are like more of a darker brown or borderline black shade.
They're gonna dig you.
Yeah, I definitely think eyebrows are the hardest for me.
Yeah, and you can definitely, it's the thing you can mess up the easiest, because I'm sure you've seen people that have like just the square block
Yeah.
that it's like too fake looking. I don't know, some people like the block.
I don't like the block, but that's usually where mine go. I'm just like trying to like shove it in quickly, and it doesn't look very natural.
And some people use pencils, some people use a pomade formula, some people use powder. Just a lot of it is experimenting with all the different things that are out there and finding the one that you like. There's a little bit more on there now. I didn't go too heavy.
Yeah, okay.
Again, I don't like it to be like Lex said, we're not going for a drag show, you know,
No.
it's just normal everyday.
Normal every day.
Oh, here's one with a little bit of a big, it's a little bit of a bigger one.
I forgot I had this one.
Okay. So I brought a couple of different palettes here. These are more like neutral colors.
Hot pink.
Want to
for her.
get wild, there's some wild colors on this side, but I just brought mostly some neutral stuff.
I feel like probably the bright colors with all, like the excess skin on top probably becomes a
yeah,
challenge.
so you have too, like me, what's called hooded eyes,
Yeah.
meaning when I have my eyes shut, everybody can see all the lovely detail work I did, but when I open my eyes, there go my eyelids.
Yeah.
You can't see them anymore, so it's almost like, what's the point? You know, you have to carry your color up a little bit higher than some people because we don't have a lot of space here.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's like we wouldn't be able to see the color anyway for the most part. So, find a brush over there that looks kind of like a medium-sized fluffy one, kind of like this. Yeah, that'd be good to start with. So we're gonna do one color first, just to be kind of like a base coat. When you use different colors, I think this is what a lot of people don't know, how to use multiple colors. They know how to swipe on one and go, but they don't know how to mix them very well.
Okay.
So when I mix them, I put down one first, and that's basically going to help it to be, like, to blend one color into the next color. Almost helps it be more like ombre, so that it's not like one harsh color up against another. I usually pick one that's like kind of a mid-tone shade, and then one darker and one lighter, and then you can kind of blend them together. So, which one of these do you want to use? They're pretty similar colors.
Like for the first one, what am I supposed to use? A darker
Well, you can mix
color?
palettes or whatever. We'll probably pick a mid-tone. So, like in this palette, probably this one would be good. In
And
here,
then-
we could use like maybe one of these. Would
Like
be,
this one maybe?
yeah, that'd be fine.
All right.
So you go ahead and you lightly dip into it. I haven't used this yet, but these are brand new. I just got them yesterday. They came in the mail. And then you want to tap on the side. You tap a little bit, and you'll see all that comes off, that excess.
Yeah.
If you don't tap it, that all falls underneath here, and you'll start looking like a raccoon before
Okay.
you're done. So you got to tap off the extra. Then you're going to find kind of like the crease in the middle of your eye here. And you're going to do like windshield wiper motions in the middle with that one. Yeah, you might have the light's starting to get to be not our friend here. And then if you run out or it doesn't look like any more is coming off, you can dip back in. You just have to make sure you tap again so that you don't get too much. Try to hold it like a pencil.
Mom.
Yeah, like a pen. There you go. And then go in like that. It is hard to cross to the other eye, so I just want little windshield wipers here. Yeah, this one you could probably use a little bit more like in
Up
this
there.
area.
You go back and forth on the same. You don't go one direction only.
No. You could. I just think it's faster to blend if you're going, because otherwise you have to go one.
Right.
Otherwise, this way you get two in one stroke instead, just to save time. Okay, so then I usually go for the darker color on the outside. So like these would be like darker colors. I think I'm actually going to try a little bit dark green on the outside of mine, just because that color is intriguing me.
Okay.
But
So
pick whatever your outside color is, and we can still use the same brush. Sometimes you change them. Some people do their whole thing with one brush. Some people like to pick and choose.
so
whatever.
where does that color go then?
So, here, I'll show you with mine. So, you take a little bit, and once again, you tap it off. And then we're going to put the deepest color just on the outside, on this inner third
okay.
right here.
Okay.
Or not inner, wow, outer third. See in the light what
Yeah.
I'm doing. So, by putting a little bit of a darker color on the outside here, and I'm leaving the inside open because that's where I'm going to put the lightest color, it gives your eye a little bit more like depth and dimension and shapes it to make it. Honestly kind of gives you like a little bit of a facelift without doing anything by just playing with the color story.
All right, get that done, Mom. Do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that
I
done.
need to do that. That's for sure.
Cheapest facelift
Yeah.
lift of your life. So you just, and this one you don't windshield wipe, you just kind of pat it in one place on the outer third. You won't go higher than that first shade that you put.
It's kind of fun to do makeup and like not standing at your bathroom
Yes.
sink, you know.
Even when I'm not filming in the room that I film in, I have a vanity with like it's a mirror that there's one mirror in the middle and then it folds, so there's like two little side mirrors, so it's like almost like a trifold science project of mirrors that you can adjust.
I'm
that
sure
I
that
usually
helps.
do that.
Yeah.
You're too far ahead of us, Lex. Oh.
No, I'm not. I just.
Did I need to do
Close your
darker?
eyes so I can see. I think, yeah, this one maybe a little bit more to match this side. This side looks good.
I like to line my top lid before I do the darker color.
Yeah, and like I said, everybody thinks the different order is easier or, you know, works best for them. There's really no rules or whatever. That's good. Okay, so now that we did a dark color on there, we're going to switch a brush so that we don't, because if you put the light color on the same brush, there's still going to be some dark left over and it'll just smear the wrong color.
Okay.
So I found one that was kind of like flat like this. Do you have one in there? Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go with the lightest color. You could do, you did these two.
Yeah.
You could do like this or this. You could have a little sparkly moment. It's up to you. Yellow would look okay if you want a little pop of color. Whatever you want, any of those like lighter shades, because you've done all browns.
Okay.
So we're going to go something over here, or if you want a different here, it doesn't matter.
Try this one.
Okay.
Purple tint.
Yeah, it does a little bit. Moo point. So you tap it off just like the other ones. And then you're going to put it on the part that's remaining, on this part. I like the flat ones a little bit better because I think you can be a little bit more precise and just hit the section you haven't yet. So sometimes at the end, I'll just take, you still have kind of a clean brush here. Sometimes I'll just take a clean brush at the end, even if I have one left. I'll show you this one because I don't need to, and I'll just take the clean one and I'll do one more of just like blending it all together so that there's nothing that looks like a harsh line or anything left behind. So if you close one eye, you can kind of see what you're doing a little bit there. Yeah, and you can,
Blend it up.
yes, yeah, like towards your brow bone there a little bit.
Right up.
Yeah. I like that kind of pinky purpley that you put on that inside there. Hold it like a pen.
That's my red. I think this is how you get in with the maybe future mother-in-law. Do her makeup.
Yeah. Yes, we can go to mascara. So there's a brand new pink one, never been used.
There you at, Mom.
That can be yours for the low price of $0. There you
Oh.
Little parting
It's
gift.
the
here.
only
Yeah.
thing that I have left of makeup is mascara.
Yeah,
I showed you what I had.
yeah.
It was nothing.
I'm glad you could come, Caitlin, to the cabin.
go. Me too.
This is a good idea.
I'm pretty sure it was your idea.
I know.
You do the makeup?
Yeah.
Nothing like tooting your own horn.
Just
Yeah.
like, why don't you bring your stuff to film?
I think off location is always good.
Yeah.
The background's awesome for you.
Yeah. Take your viewers with you. Down to Hocking Hills.
I think I will look better when it's done in a darker
always.
light.
In a darker light.
Yeah, because it's so bright here. You can see every little line.
You know, Mom, I was once told I look really good in the dark.
Yeah, yeah, I
You
know.
too?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All them guys tell you that, right?
That's right. I'm basically a beauty queen with the lights off.
Yeah. Oh, you got.
Yeah, you don't have to do this, but
Oh, Mom, you'd never be able to do
Oh, I
that.
can do
Oh
that.
gosh, I can't even do it. I feel like someone's attacking my eyes when I wear them. It's like it's next level.
You probably don't like this either.
No,
Oh, I can do that. I know how to do that.
Does help.
I think that's why I put such an aggressive top line on, so it just
Yeah.
looks like my
Yeah.
eyelashes got.
Well, I usually don't, if I'm not wearing lashes, I don't do eyeliner, but it helps to hide the little plastic band
Yeah.
within the eyeliner if you wear them.
Yep. We got some background noise going there.
Yeah.
You know, they've been down there for a while. Why is it Wesley's the only one we hear?
Because he likes to talk a lot.
He really does.
He's in the hot tub.
I think so. Sounds like where he's coming from. So what do you think the, like, I can't put mascara on without opening my mouth.
Yeah.
What is with that, you know?
Where'd you go?
I didn't realize how much I was doing it until I started filming, like making different faces and things.
Yeah.
And I realized I was like giving myself more forehead lines by like, because I crinkle my forehead to like,
Yeah.
She knows the
do that.
house. You gotta be careful.
I've had to almost retrain myself to not.
What, did I make
Too
a
bad.
mess?
No, it's not too bad. It's
you made a
definitely
mess. I made a
fixable.
mess,
Yeah.
huh?
So here, this thing that you had
Yeah.
on that, I think you had one on
Oh,
here.
okay.
That one side.
Yeah,
Once it dries,
yeah.
you can use this and just go like this, and it'll like
Take it away?
Take it away. Yeah,
Okay.
you gotta wait till it dries though. So
Okay.
give it like a minute, and
Okay.
anywhere you got mascara on your skin,
Yeah.
you can take this little brush. It's rough enough that it'll
It'll dry?
take it away and it won't
Do
smear it.
You don't, see, you curl first and then you,
Yeah.
um,
That's just me.
cause
I do
mine
whatever.
always looks like I have like tons of mascara all
That's
over.
why I do it first, so I
Yeah.
don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay.
I think your lashes look really nice. Like your bottom lashes look really luxurious.
You did.
Well, you're gonna clean it in a minute when it dries.
I do like when you do your bottom lashes though, like once you get them cleaned up.
Yeah. All right, so you need to do a little bronzer and blush. So basically, when we put foundation on, that neutralizes everything. But then sometimes we look like Casper because, you know, a normal human corpse has some natural, a normal body has color to it. It's not a blank slate. So this is a little 2-in-1. So the bronzer, what you're gonna do is, let's see, what brushes did I give you? I'm gonna give you this one because I don't think I gave you one. So in this color, you're gonna dip a little bit in. And then this one is gonna go like in the hollows of your cheeks. This is supposed to like, again, accentuate like your cheekbones to, we're facelifting again.
Okay,
So
I need
like
that.
under, if you start like at the top of your ear
Okay,
and you go about like right here with it,
okay.
but you don't want it to be, you know, harsh brown line. So you don't need too much of it, just dip a little bit. You probably, I don't know, you probably don't need to go on your forehead. I have kind of a large forehead, so going a little bit up here minimizes the appearance.
Do you
So-
bring it in, Caitlin, or you bring it out? Like, do you start on the inside and pull it up to your ear, or do you?
Well, I usually go on the outside in just to lay it down, and then I go up
Brush it
to
out.
blend it. Like I'll lay it
Lay it.
down, and then I'll go up after I've laid it. Yeah, I see yours. It's pretty blended. This is a nice shade to start with because it's not too harsh. It's pretty similar to your natural skin tone. Yeah, and it just defines your cheekbones and everything a little bit. And I don't really need to go down here because my chin is big enough. It doesn't need to define that much, but
Mine is saggy.
some people like
Give
to.
that sag.
If you go a little bit on your chin with this, what it does is it creates a shadow, so it makes it look like it's, you know, your chin instead of like one big, you know, your neck connected to your face. It can create a jawline for you a little bit. Yeah. And then with the blush, you just go, I think I'm going to use a little bit of this eyeshadow actually. You can use things for other things, fun fact. So we went like here with that. I'm going to go slightly
Higher?
above it, yeah. And I'm just going to do a little bit because it's pretty pigmented and
So
blend
but
it
I
out.
should use this one, right?
Yes. But same thing where you just dab a little first because it's easier to add more than it is to take it away.
Okay.
So I just dab a little bit first to see how much it is. And then you can blend it out from there.
So you set the glue on them and then put them on?
Yeah, I let them sit for a minute to not be like wet, wet, wet.
Uh-huh.
Just get a little tacky first. Usually I have a little applicator tweezer thing I use to put them on, but
Ooh, I
I
wonder,
get that at home.
I might have one of them tiny ones. I might have thrown it out because obviously I don't ever do that, but
What does it look like?
I think you look good, Mom.
Clownish?
No, not at all.
Let me see, Rita. Looks right.
Lash looks almost blue. Why? Just not.
You guys are natural beauties, that's all I can tell you.
This is a mattifying setting spray.
That's an important one.
Dewy one
That's an important-
somewhere.
Yeah, you always want to spray it so that way, like by 5 o'clock, it's not all over your face.
Oh,
It kind
okay.
of keeps it where it stays.
Here's the
Okay.
other one. Okay, so this is mattifying because I have oily skin, so I want to mattify. This one's a little more dewy. Basically, this one's brand new.
You got like a-
prime it a little.
You've actually got like a little black line at the top before
Yeah.
you set it.
Yeah, I do. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, to scrape it off. You just take it and rub it like this. Scratch it almost with it, like you have an itch.
What? Where you
Scratch-
going?
scratch it
I
like
gotta
that.
pee real
Film
quick.
me.
I know, but I got to. It's an emergency.
Pick either matte or dewy, and you just close your eyes and you give yourself some sprays all over. Helps it to not look too powdery too. Because everything we put on other than the foundation is powder.
Powder.
And again, you don't want it to look too dry and flaky. I like that blush color on you a lot.
Yeah.
I think the placement of it is really good because you see how it gives you, like, here you can see, if you look in the mirror, like your cheekbone, it
Yeah.
makes it look like you can see the hollow of your cheekbone, and it gives you like
Oh,
that
yeah.
lifted kind of look.
Yeah.
Ooh, the light changed a lot there.
Yeah. I look better now.
It's
Because
the
of
light.
sun. Sun
Yeah,
makes me
the
look
sun.
old and harsh.
I'm gonna do brown lipstick. Okay, so
Brown lipstick.
I've got lip liners. I've got lipsticks.
Are you gonna do a lip on her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have lip liners. I have liquid lipstick. I have regular lipstick. I have cream formulas.
This
I have
is-
lip gloss.
This is the one that I really
Whatever.
cannot do. Like I always
Lips?
feel like I do lips
So-
really bad.
I have all. I brought kind of more neutral shades. These two are more like a berry,
Yeah,
deeper
berry.
tones. So we've got berries. We've got some more nudes. This is like a cool toned. So whatever you want.
I want the berry.
You want the berry.
So how do you normally start, or how do you recommend starting with it?
So
This one.
this one. This is probably going to be a good lip liner to pair with it. So a lot of times, this one's pretty new, so you might be able to do it. But I usually start with a lip liner, so you can kind of outline a little bit.
Okay.
Further out, like
I don't usually overline mine,
what if you're super thin?
but you can.
Because that's what we have really thin.
I can
lips.
show you how to overline. Do you have one? Pencil?
Yeah, I don't have ever had those.
Pencil. Well, what color are you doing? I have more of like a berry plum one, and I have a brownish.
Probably berry.
one.
Same. Do a similar
Okay.
one.
So I'll show on you, and then you can do hers. So both of you probably. Do you want both of them out, or just the top
I
one?
don't know. I mean, our lips are so small. So what do you recommend?
So you can see like where the actual color ends here,
yeah.
but then you can also see where there's like a shadow
Yeah.
down here. Usually, if you overline is what it's called, meaning you want to make your lips look bigger than they actually are. Like for me, I usually go on my actual end of my lip, but if you want to overline, you would find that like shadow here, and you would follow that shadow.
For your everyday
Go
look
there.
though, is that hard to keep up if you do the overline? Or like once it's on like any other makeup?
No, because I mean, like, it's just regular lipstick, so as soon as you eat or drink or do whatever,
Right.
it's going to be gone. So you would have to touch it up
You
throughout
have
the
to
day.
reline.
If you were to line with a regular pencil, though, and use this, a liquid lipstick, these stay on like no other.
Okay.
So you could use this just to, like, do the outline, because this would fade, but then you could go over it with this, and it would stay put.
Okay.
But that's the difference between a liquid lipstick. It's going to go on wet, and then it's going to dry down
Okay.
matte. Some people don't like liquid with lipsticks because it's not very movable. Like, your lips are going to feel kind of like hard, dry,
Yeah.
hard, like they aren't as flexible to move
Yeah, I
then.
don't like that. Did you already spray her down?
And then you could do two different colors. Some people like to do like a darker color of a liner and kind of ombre it to a lighter in the middle. We're kind of doing the same color and just using this more for accuracy than for artistry, but just preference again.
And then you put on like lipstick.
And then you can fill in the middle. Yeah, you don't have to worry about like making the edges clean because you already did that with the liner. And then some people like to leave it matte, just like that, you know, not shiny. Some people like to add a gloss on top of that. So I have gloss if you want a gloss on top. I like this stuff. It's not really gloss, but it's like a little glitter in the middle.
What are you filling it in with? Mom?
The gloss.
Well, no. What was your
You can't-
matte?
This.
The NYX is a little berry. So you want gloss?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so twist. Yep, and then you're just gonna put a little bit like in the center,
Okay.
and then you can kind of go,
Okay.
you know, make it a little shinier in the middle there. sometimes too, if you use those like drying ones, if people like the color of it but they don't want it to feel dry, they'll put a gloss on top of that to put some of the moisture back in. Yeah, and then just
Ugh, that looks horrible.
What?
the lipstick.
Yeah.
Think so?
I think we're just not used to it because I feel like mine look weird too.
I don't think it looks.
I don't
weird.
think yours looks weird. And you got the same colors as me.
Yeah.
Like my lips are
Just not used to wearing
my
it.
little injuries. I don't know. I like that's like my one thing. I never do lips, so.
That one's kind of a weird. It's like a flat applicator. It's not a normal doe foot. And then you don't have to, but I like a little extra blinding highlight at the end. So this isn't powder for all over the face. This is highlighting powder. So put it just on the very high points of the face. You see how it's like really glowy there?
Yeah.
So that's these. They're like a loose highlighter. You don't have to do highlighter. There's different shades. That one's kind of a pinky. This is more of a bronzy. This is like a champagne color. And then there's a little sifter that you can, just get you a little bit out. And
I usually just do the one that's under eye, like as an under eye brightener.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as far as I go. with
Which
it.
I didn't even really do concealer. None of us have like the darkest of dark circles
Right.
under our eyes. If there's a day that I'm like, you're looking tired.
Yeah, you do.
Then
I do
I'll
a
do it,
brightener.
but-
I often do it my normal day to day. Just because I do look tired.
Shoot, it's a little hot here in the sun now. I'm gonna use some of this dew just to cool me off. I really like the blush.
You know what,
I
maybe-
like the
maybe-
blush shade on you a lot.
Maybe it's because look, the sun's coming this way and I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But
It could be.
Well, I think you're also real close to your face too. Like
Mhm.
we're looking at you like
Mhm.
this. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I also I feel like for people with big nose, I feel like the highlighter down the
Yeah.
I usually
always
don't do a stripe. I'll do like a little right here
And
and then
the-
right here.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'll skip so it's not a line. I like it here because I have fine lines there. So when I put shimmer over it, it distracts or
Do you ever
camouflages it
do
or whatever.
the lining
The contour?
Of yeah.
Sometimes.
I feel like that would go a long way probably with your nose, but I think it looks good.
I didn't. That's because I'm kind of like a pro from way back when.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this Get Ready with Us in the Woods. Please make sure you click the like button and subscribe before you go, and tune in every Sunday for more content like this. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.